And sometimes you just look at stuff and you think to yourself, this is not what I signed up for in life. So 5 no-nos in customer service. This is number 2, which is, this is not what I signed up for. That's a perspective that will absolutely crush your servanthood heart. I was working with a branch of the military, and I'll never forget, it was kind of like their HR call center, if you will. A lot of folks in uniform and folks out that weren't in uniform that worked in this call center. And the very first time I was there, I mean, I could just tell they were having a great time. We were having a great time in the training, but this is not what these guys and gals wanted to be doing. And it really occurred to me in the afternoon. I was writing something on the white chart, and it was like, oh my goodness, wait a minute. And I turned around and I looked at these folks and I said, wait a minute. This is not what you want to be doing in your military career. And I'll never forget, this guy, he had a jug of water. He was hydrating. He was taking a drink when I said that. And he put it down and he looked at me, and with a sincere heart, he said, sir, when I signed up to be first on the line, it was not to be first on the telephones. I almost lost my mind. I thought that was such a great way to say it. When I signed up to be first on the line, I didn't sign up to be first on the telephone. So what we had to do in that moment is kind of reframe the perspective. Look, none of us are probably, or a lot of us probably aren't where we thought we would be in life, whether that's good, bad, or ugly, or elsewise. And so in our brains, we have this picture of what we thought we would be doing, and maybe it's not there. So we either tear up that picture or we tear up everything else around us. So what was happening with this military branch was that their picture was here, and this is what they were actually having to do. So we had to reframe it. We had to help them get rid of this picture and understand maybe a new version of the picture of where they were. So what we did, all right, so I helped them understand that what they were doing in those moments when they were answering the phone calls is they were serving their fellow military members. They were serving them and helping them carry on the mission. So they were still on a mission even though they're on the telephones. It was just their mission at this point was different, to be more of like a support assistant, if you will, to the mission of, I think at that time it would have been Enduring Freedom or Iraqi Freedom, I can't remember which. So we had to reframe that perspective. I got to tell you, that's very personal. You see, it's a no-no to say, I didn't sign up for this, because that's what impacts people in serving. It's an attitude thing. That's why sometimes when you go into, I don't know, a convenience store or a gas station, and you go to buy your bottle of water or whatever it is you're buying or pay for gas, this is sometimes the response you get. Right? And they just look at you and you're like, I am so sorry, I'm giving you money to help you live, you know? It's because maybe that's just not what they signed up for. This is not where they thought life would be. So we either change our picture or our perspective, or we will have that attitude constantly with everything. Nothing, look, I'm sitting here today, I'm working on stuff, and I love speaking, I love helping people see the light bulb come on, but there are times that I just junk I have to do that I don't want to do. But if I'm going to serve my clients, I have to understand that I'm either all in or I'm not. As I always say, maybe you've heard me say, you either serve or you don't. So change your perspective. You may not have signed up for it, but it could be critical to the mission of someone else's life, someone else's job, or even to your own. I'm out.